Okay, so we're back on track. We dodged the trees. Got some beautiful birds flying up there. Yeah, no, I was very inspired by hearing your stories about just getting on and doing stuff and pushing the boundaries, and you're a real go-getter. But to do this, like, is there a mental shift to open your mind to realize that you can be able-minded? Was there a shift for you?
For me, the shift or the point in my life was when I was laying in rehab with my injury. No idea what I was and wasn't going to be able to do with my physical disability. At that point I didn't even know whether I could drive a car or anything, and it was just one night I was laying there and thought to myself, I'm going to use every muscle in my body that still works to have as much fun as I can. And essentially I still live to that theory. It's very simple, but I just want to have fun, and I think people forget to have fun in life. There's a lot of components of work and things in life that you don't enjoy, but as long as overwhelmingly the majority is enjoyable, it's worth the parts you don't enjoy so much. And that, I suppose that was the point that sort of had a shift in my mind, I suppose.
That's interesting.
That was very early on. It was before I really had a chance to not live. Whereas a lot of other people I know that have disabilities.
What do you mean by a chance to not live?
Well, with my disability, like I had quite a few people that had been in wheelchairs for quite a while come in and tell me their stories and that, and sort of talk about drinking alcohol, taking drugs, and just sort of hating on the world and that for some of them were 5 years, 8 years, and I was kind of like, well, I don't want to waste 5 years of my life. Like, I was 22, 5 years of my life was almost a quarter of my life I'd had so far. Like, that just seemed like ridiculousness. So I thought, well, I'm going to have fun and make the most of any opportunities that come my way. And I've done so much more than what I would have thought at that point when I made that decision. I had no idea what I could and couldn't do. I probably wouldn't have thought I'd be kayaking and water skiing and snow skiing. And
taking me out kayaking,
yeah,
picking me up from my accommodation, saying, oh, I can chuck the kayaks out and then come pick you up. I said, well, why don't we do it together? Okay, we can do it together, but easy. Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah, you wouldn't sort of probably have thought that when you were sitting in your bed, right?
No, definitely not. I thought I was going to be dependent on people always doing stuff for me, and with some things it makes it easier when there's an able-bodied person around to do some of the lifting, but I can do it myself if I just allow more time, generally. And I kind of like doing things by myself sometimes because you get a good reward of self-achievement, I suppose. It might take you twice as long as what it would for an able-bodied person, but if you get to the end outcome, that's the main thing. And I just plan my days knowing that things take longer anyway.
You accept that?
I accept that, and
you told me you have to wake up like about an hour and a bit, or 2 hours before?
Yeah, 2 hours before everyone else, just to get up and do my morning routine and be ready to go for the day.
Because we used to meet at 6:30 in the morning at
so
Fluro Friday. We used to complain about getting up at 6 to get done at 6:30, and you'd get up at what time?
4:30. I was getting up.
We got there.
Get there, and but it was worth it. Like, to go and see the sunrise over the ocean in Wollongong was amazing. And some of those sunrises were great, and obviously the conversations and people I met,
the community
doing it as well.
Yeah, and that's why we're here, I guess, in a sense, buddies. And
if it wasn't for Fluro Friday, we wouldn't have met, I suppose. So.
Yeah, big up for them. And I think also, I think just one thing I noticed, you're super positive, and we talked about that just in our paddle down here, was that the power of reframing and focusing on the positive. And I think that you seem to be quite kind to yourself in the sense of appreciating what you are. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I appreciate life and everything I've got, like the time I've got.
Yes.
and everything I got. I suppose, I guess having lost a brother when he was 10 makes me appreciate life a fair bit.
We're going to have to
We're gonna
paddle.
have to
Let's
paddle
do it.
again.